Hello again. The shadow of Peter Mandelson still looms large, and a day or two back it looked as though a protege of his, or perhaps, to be more accurate, two proteges, might be about to take over 10 Downing Street. Fortunately, this power grab did not come off, for which we should all be thankful. Health Secretary Wes Streeting, who had earlier been in touch with Labour's leader in Scotland and persuaded him to speak out against the Prime Minister, was on the point of trying to organise a vote of no confidence in Keir Starmer among Labour MPs and thus force him to resign. What has all this got to do with Peter Mandelson, you ask? Well, it is being hinted that Wes Streeting was in the past in an intimate relationship with Mandelson. In an attempt to show that he has nothing to hide, Wes Streeting published a bunch of text messages between him and Peter Mandelson, dating back some years, and they are pretty revealing. Last June, for instance, Peter Mandelson texted Streeting saying, "Well done on BBC, very good, kiss. Are you planning visit to US this year?" Streeting replied, "Hope so, kiss." Now, I was not the only one to raise my eyebrows at that. I do not know a single man who signs his texts or emails with kisses, especially not when messaging a male friend. It has led to some people asking Wes Streeting outright if he and Mandelson were in a relationship. Remember, this was only 8 months ago. It's not ancient history. In the description to this video, I give a link to these messages between the two men. 6 months ago, in August, we find this exchange. Wes Streeting says, "Great pitch and lovely photos in the Times," to which Peter Mandelson replies with a kiss. Now, again, this is a one man to another. When did one man text another man, "Oh, lovely photos in the Times"? It's a bit odd, especially since the only response was a kiss. Of course, Streeting is a homosexual, and it is, I suppose, possible that gay men do send kisses in this way to men with whom they are not in a relationship. But I'm a bit dubious about this. More research needed. Then, too, Wes Streeting has a partner, a man called Joe Dancy. He was Peter Mandelson's political assistant for some years. So if Wes Streeting had ended up as Prime Minister, there would have been two people connected with Peter Mandelson in number 10 Downing Street. When Streeting first stood for Parliament in 2015, Peter Mandelson came to Ilford to support him and was photographed with his arm round Streeting's mum. The two of them really did seem to be very chummy. Did Streeting attempt was his attempt to topple Keir Starmer a few days ago, did it have Mandelson's fingerprints on it, do you think? One cannot help but wonder. Perhaps the intention was to provide a distraction from all the coverage about Mandelson in the media. I spoke the other day about the way that homosexuality seems to be a bit of a thing lately, a thread running through the political scene in Britain. The Wes Streeting business is just the latest instance of this. Streeting has, of course, publicly disowned Mandelson now, which is why he published all those text messages. It was an attempt to show that his association with the fellow was shallow and of no particular consequence. But as I say, all those kisses scattered about do make one wonder. I am not, by the way, saying that gay men are more prone to plotting and intriguing than straight ones, but often they have more leisure for this kind of thing. Most cabinet ministers in their 40s have wives and children to occupy their time when they're not actually at Parliament or attending meetings in Downing Street. Gay men do not have these distractions, which might mean that their focus on political matters might be stronger than usual. This has certainly been the case with Peter Mandelson, whose life has been devoted to shaping the Labour Party in his own image for over 30 years now. I will remark that one found a similar degree of intriguing and plotting with eunuchs who were involved in government in both ancient China and the Ottoman Empire. The lack of families and children allowed them too to focus more on power struggles and so on. It's not an exact parallel with gay men, but it's not a bad way of looking at the situation.